Hey guys, welcome back to Iron Radar Books. I'm Brittany and today I am going to be filming my Spookathon TBR, and this is being hosted by Lala, Shannon, and Paige, I believe, and I will link their channels down below so you guys can check it out. I saw it on Lala's channel, and since I'm such a big horror fan and Halloween fan, I couldn't pass up participating in this spooky readathon. It takes place from October 17th until the 23rd, I want to say. And there's really just some loose guidelines and some fun things you can follow, but nothing too strict, which is the kind of readathons that I like to do. And once again, I am filming with my kids right over there in their playroom, so I'm really sorry if there's lots of background noise or if we have little ones running in and out, but this is pretty much the only way that I can film these days, so I hope you guys don't mind. And I also have since broken my computer again. Well, I didn't break it, but it just stopped working, and so I'm filming on my phone, and so I'm trying to remember the categories. There are 5 categories for the readathon just off the top of my head, and so bear with me if I don't remember exactly what they are, but I will link, like I said, the original videos down below if you guys want to check out the exact descriptions and categories. So one of the challenges is to read a book about a creature, and so I am actually in the middle of it right now. I'm reading it with quite a few other booktubers, and we're really enjoying it, and I'm about 400 pages in, and this thing is huge, so I know for a fact I will still be reading it by the time the readathon comes along, so I knew that this would fit perfectly in with that category. And if you don't know what this is about, it follows a small town called Derry, where there are a group of children who start to discover that a chain of murders is actually being caused by an evil clown slash monster who kind of makes you see your biggest fears. It can transform into anything that it wants, and it comes around about every 30 years, and so they think they've defeated it as children, and then they realize as adults that it has come back, and they come back together and try to defeat it again. So this has both perspectives of them as children and as adults, which is really brilliant, and like I said, I'm just loving it. I've read this before, but I was a lot younger, so I'm appreciating it a lot more now. One of the other categories is to read a book with red on the cover, so I went for big shebang and picked an entirely red book that I just picked up recently. I haven't even hauled this yet, and that is Messenger of Fear by Michael Grant, and I have read his Gone series and really liked it, and so I was excited to find this at a thrift store, I think, for a couple of dollars, and this is the UK cover, which I like a lot more than the US edition. But the back says, "He is the messenger. He offers you a game. Play or play. Who are you?" That was the first question I asked the boy in front of me, the pale, solemn young man in the black coat with small silver skull for buttons. He didn't answer it. Instead, he answered the question I never asked, but which was nevertheless the one that I really wanted to know. Am I dead? No, not dead, he told me, but surely not quite alive either. How could I be? I remembered my name, Mara, but standing in that ghostly place, still shuddering at the memory of the creeping yellow mist that had awoken me in that strange silent land, I could recall nothing else about myself. And then the games began. So this follows a young girl who, she's not sure how she's ended up in this evil, kind of dark place, but there's someone there that forces her to participate in these games and try to survive them. Something along those lines. I don't know too much about it, but it does sound really creepy and really thrilling, and it is YA, so I think it'll be a quick read and perfect for a readathon. Oh. How are you watching? Dr. Watson. Once again. Okay, go away. Stop. Go lay down. Another one of the challenges is to read a thriller. So I chose Sweet Lamb of Heaven by Lydia Millett. And this follows a mother and daughter who are on the run from a very sketchy situation. And I heard about this from Liberty on the All the Books podcast, and she talked about how she just couldn't put it down, so I thought this would be a perfect pick for the thriller category. And I'm excited to get to it and let you guys know what I think. Next is to read a book that has a spooky word in it, and so this is actually one that I've already started, but I'm just a couple stories in, about 30 pages I think. This is Ghost Summer, stories by Tanarive Due, and so far this is so brilliant. I can't even explain how much I like this. Like I said, I've only read 2 stories, but they are so good. This follows a whole bunch of spooky creatures and situations, and it all seems to happen so far in this town called Gracetown. And I don't know if that's an actual place or not, but it is definitely spooky. It's very swampy and creepy and eerie, and so I'm really, really loving this. And Ghost, for the creepy word, Ghost Summer, I thought was perfect, so I will hopefully finish this one during the readathon as well. The last category is to read a 2016 release, and I've been dying to read this. I pre-ordered this book and I haven't gotten to it quite yet, so I think this is the perfect situation for it, and that is Hex by Thomas Oldhuvelt. So this follows a small town where they are being haunted by a centuries-old witch who has her mouth and her eyes sewn shut, and she's found usually standing by children's beds in the middle of the night. So that sounds absolutely terrifying. So I think this is perfect for the Spookathon and perfect for the month of October. So I'm hoping this is going to be a really, really creepy one, and I will keep you guys posted. So those are all the categories that are kind of the challenges for the Spookathon, I guess you could say. And for all of my readathons, I'd like to have a graphic novel, and so I chose one of my spookier graphic novels that I haven't read yet. I just wanted to maybe get to it if I get stuck on something, or I just feel, you know, in a funk or something. A graphic novel always kind of helps me to get through that. So I have chosen Harrow County, and this is the first volume. I think there's 2 volumes out now. And I don't know much about this except for that it is pretty creepy, and it has really dark fairy tale elements in it, and so I'm really interested to see how this one goes. I really like the illustrations. So here's an example of creepy drawings. So hopefully I will get to that one as well. And yeah, it's kind of an ambitious TBR. I don't see myself reading all of them, but I'd love to try. And thank you again to all the girls who are hosting this. I think it's a really great idea, and I'm so excited to participate. So let me know if you guys are going to be participating in it as well, and link your pictures of your TBR or your videos of your TBR, because I'm really excited to watch them. I'm always looking for new horror books, so I can't wait to get started. And until next time, happy reading.